And Jamie's, that's why the acting, his performance is amazing.
So good.
So he looked at it and he was like, "Whoa, I think you probably gonna take this one." And
so Jamie slides it over to him, and
he
looks at, he goes, "Nope."
And then Jamie looked and was like, "Okay then."
Hey family, welcome back to another episode of Nice Watch, where we discuss things that are nice to watch on television, on streaming, on platforms. I am your co-host, Ernestine Morrison.
And I am Karan Joseph Riley.
Hey, Karan Joseph Riley.
What up, though?
David Shands is in the building.
Yo.
Our secret voice in the corner is
our
in the
secret
building.
voice. David's definitely our secret voice
in the corner.
He just peeks in and out when he.
Yeah. He's a guy who keeps us on track. When we see us going off, he'll pop in and give us a very good question.
Listen,
I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here.
Something amazing happened to me last night, guys.
What happened?
Last night, I was reminded why I love the film and television industry.
Sound like you watched something nice.
I watched something very nice. I was reminded why I love the process of filmmaking. I was reminded why I love acting. It was one of those, like, you know, as an actor, you have those moments where you're like, this is why I do this. And I watched The Burial with the Jamie Foxx and the Tommy Lee Jones and the Jurnee Smollett. Did you watch The Burial?
Of course.
It was one of those films where it hit everything on my checklist.
Mm-hmm.
The acting, of course, you've got Oscar award winners. You've got Tommy Lee Jones. You've got Jamie Foxx. Like, hello. Yep. You've got Jurnee Smollett, who I always say is one of my favorite actresses because I just love her overall career. It's like she's always in something impactful and her work is always consistent.
And she stays acting on screen and not like in her real life, like making up skits on the road and creating false narratives like her French actor brother.
Of course you had to take it.
I couldn't help myself.
That was a
lay. I thought you was throwing me an alley-oop, so I went in and
I was behind. Sorry, I was trying to follow the story. But yes, she is a phenomenal actress who's had an amazing career, and everything she does, her work is grounded and rooted and solid, and it was just a phenomenal watch. It was a nice watch.
It's a nice watch. It's an Amazon original, based on a true story.
Based on a true story.
Based on the lawyer, Willie E. Gary. He was known to be a guy who just got a bunch of big class action suits and made a lot of money on a lot of stuff. But
personal injury cases.
Yeah. And then this story was basically about a handshake that went wrong between Tommy Lee Jones' character and another protagonist of the movie that you'll get to see once you watch it.
Yes.
And he gets Jamie Foxx's character, Willie Gary's services to come get him. And now this was an interesting dynamic because Jamie was African American.
Yep.
Tommy Lee was white, and this happened between two white people.
Yes.
And it was crazy because he had an all black team.
Oh, one of the coldest scenes was Jamie Foxx comes in and he's talking to the Michael character, and he says, "I just got one question to ask you.
How do you feel
about
working with black
people?" He said, did you meet my team?
Yeah, you meet my team.
And the team
turn
just
around,
rolls
and
up.
It's a bunch of black
Oh, and
people.
the way they walked up was so cold.
They like, "What up, dog? Peace."
Yeah, man.
And she's talking about the general counsel for Tommy Lee character, who's been his friend for over 30 years and his lawyer for over 30 years, but he decided to go in a different route and go with Jamie's character because he went and saw him at trial. And he saw how charismatic he was, how he won the jury over, and he hadn't lost a case in 12 years. And
he hadn't lost his whole career, his whole 12-year career. He never lost a case.
And the funniest thing is when you really watched the movie and got into his backstory and understood why he became a lawyer, it was even doper.
It was crazy.
Yeah, it was a dope story.
It just was a well-crafted project, from the script to the writing to the cinematography. I was telling you before we were on air, there was this one particular shot. Dave, you got to go watch this movie, Dave.
Most memorable scene.
This wasn't even really a scene. It was just a moment. It was a shot. I think it was a crane shot. Was that a crane shot, Karan?
Yeah.
It was a crane shot where the crane kind of scrapes the sky and then comes over and lands on Jamie. And Jamie's on the roof of a skyscraper. And it was such a
It could have been a crane shot back in the day, but nowadays that could have been a really, really dope, sexy drone operator.
Could have been a drone.
That's really good at their job, which is
It didn't feel droney though.
That's why they good.
Yeah, what makes you think it was a super expensive long shot to get though?
Because if you know the game and you know what crane shots are and you know what the setup for them is, and that way that shot was shot, it looked like it was that shot. And usually when you shoot a crane, they come in on they basically like Jeeps, like Jeeps with a camera on them. You know what I'm saying? Because they got wheels. You got to set up a whole track for them. The crane has to go out. It's a lot, man. You gotta get the movement together. But I'm
have the right lighting.
Yeah, the right lighting. But I'm simply thinking, man, I've seen some people do some amazing stuff with these drones.
Maybe it was a drone shot. You got to go watch it. It's a shot. He's on top of a skyscraper and on a building, and he's on the roof, and the camera just comes around and it comes up on him, and it's just a split, like maybe 10 seconds. And I'm like, dang, they did all that for this shot, and it wasn't even a scene. It was just a little moment.
But it brought you into the world.
For you? I mean,
it brings you into their world.
Saying, wow, this was impressive.
It brought me into the world. B, it motivated me to put more in my filmmaking. Like filmmaking there's levels. So that to me was like, oh, this is a level that I have not reached yet in my filmmaking. Well, obviously I don't have $100 million either, but it just was like, it just reminded me of like just to go deeper in the art and the shots and don't be basic. Think outside the box. Do something cool. Do something different. Do something creative with your shots.
Yeah, absolutely. It will be interesting to know the budget on the burial.
Let's go ahead and Google it.
Let's Google it while
let's
we
go
talking.
ahead and Google it. Okay, so let's guess. What do you think it is?
I feel like in this day and age, that production, that was about 30 million.
Oh, more than that.
Nah.
You got Tommy Lee Jones and Jamie Foxx.
They probably got back ends. They probably were producers.
It's way more than that.
30 million. They wasn't no stunt. Well, they did have
planes.
planes.
What do you think Jamie got for that?
Probably got his 10 to 20 million quote probably. I mean, again, you got to remember they probably, Jamie's at that stage now where he's probably working those Tom Cruise deals, hopefully. You know what I'm saying?
32.5.
Oh, you were right, Karan. 32.5 on the nose.
I'm good at this.
Dang. Well, I was thinking, I'm like, Jamie and Tommy Lee, like, no way.
I'm telling you, they got back in. They working it different nowadays. You don't pay nobody that kind of money up front no more. You don't put it all in the front no more.
Dang. Yep. The film was prepared with a budget of $32.5 million.
Dang. What are you calculating with this? Like,
right.
I calculate. I watched it, dog. I can tell. I can see it now. I can. After you do it for a little bit, and you start seeing enough budgets, and you start understanding where the money goes and how it goes. You start really.
And there wasn't. You're right, because it wasn't a lot of locations.
It wasn't a lot of locations. It wasn't. It was a pretty not. It wasn't that ambitious.
Wasn't that? Yeah.
As far as locations,
you were in the courthouse.
Didn't have any stunts. We didn't have any big action sequences.
Yeah.
Wardrobe was 80s. It wasn't no crazy.
Shout out to the wardrobe department. The wardrobe department did a really good job.
It was a modest. It was good. It was great. I thought it was amazing.
You know what I love too?
They did everything well.
The coloring.
Coloring was amazing.
Coloring was amazing. And Dave, when you start watching stuff, you'll start picking out little things now because the coloring, like he always had on like a bright color because he was flashy. He was a flashy attorney.
I loved his wife, the actress.
Oh yeah,
wife.
Who is she?
I don't know, but she was amazing.
I should have looked her up. She was good.
I loved her performance. I loved their relationship.
And I love that she was chocolate skin.
Yeah, all of it.
I love that they had a chocolate skin actress. I don't know if the wife was chocolate skin in real life, but that doesn't mean anything because they change stuff all the time.
Yeah, they change it up all the time. But
so I'm glad.
When you see us doing ours, we usually try to stay as close as we can to finding actors that kind of closely similar to the actual real person that they're playing.
Yeah.
That's the thing for us in our community.
You know something you said, and Dave knows all about this because Dave is the businessman. You said basically they had a handshake contract. Mm-hmm. Something about this film, look, get the contracts. Get your contracts together. Don't do no handshakes. We friends.
The way he laid it out, you would think that the handshake was gonna be legit. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, you done flew me up here to Canada. We doing this.
We're on your $25 million boat.
Yeah, we out here getting it.
We're eating lobster.
You don't seem like the kind of guy that would renege, and it was exactly that kind of guy, and he was really doing it in a way to he never had any intention on doing a deal with the guy. Like once you got to the end of the movie, you really saw that this guy was about to bull from the jump.
Yeah.
And then you look at it's interesting because this guy was super rich that he was doing this deal with. Like he was super rich. And you realize most people that get super rich are usually super douchebags.
So Dave,
It's just facts. I don't understand how that works in this world. If you are super rich, I guarantee you got bodies
super
somewhere.
douchebag. For
Somewhere.
sure, skeletons in the closet.
Yeah, exactly. You ain't gonna get super rich. That's why I say it's harder for a rich man to get into heaven than a poor man. Like it's just not.
A lot of options, a lot of choices. So when you're richer, it's more access.
Exactly.
But Dave, so the case was supposed to initially be like his original lawyer that he had for 30 years, who was his friend, wanted to do this case and proposed $6 million. So Jamie Foxx character comes in and goes, no, we want $100 million. They went from $6 million to $100 million. Everybody was like, you're crazy. This is not a $100 million case. $100 million case. I can't even tell y'all if they won or not. Y'all got to go watch the movie. Y'all got to go watch the movie.
Yeah, it was great, and that made everybody there like, are you crazy?
Are you nuts?
Yeah, nah.
He said you want $100 million. This was a $6 million case.
Yeah.
And he said, and we're not settling.
Yo, when I watch movies, a really good movie, I leave the movie with something from my own life. Like, yo, I need to get better in this area.
Yes.
Give me the moment. Like, or what did you learn? Like, would you walk saying, yo, I need to do this in real life for myself?
Man, well, I don't know if it's necessarily need to do this in real life for myself moment, but I was thinking, I was up all night till 2 a.m. watching it. And then after I watched it, I was up till maybe like 4, just thinking and plotting on life in general. Like, what can I do to make more money? What can I do to bring more businesses to? Because the whole movie, the premise was legacy. He was fighting for legacy. He was like, I'm fighting this case because I want my children and my grandchildren to have legacy, right? So I was like, dang, what can I do? The whole movie was about the business of death. And I was like, death is a recession-proof business. I'm like, maybe I should come out with a casket line. Or
I'm going to tell you, if you want to do a business around that, I've actually been approached by one of my friends. I'm actually got to call him because I got another play on the table I wanted him to look at. But he owns funeral homes, like basically where you do the whole service, you do the crematorium and
yeah, that's what I was thinking about all night. I'm like funeral homes, caskets,
that goes
burial insurance, those 3 things I was thinking about all night. I'm like, that is a recession-proof industry. Yeah. It is a, what did they say it was a $1.5 billion industry, or was it 25.5?
That was for that year.
That year.
Yeah, because stuff was getting
basically everybody's gonna die. So what business?
He was so excited, and he was so excited because he was looking at the era of time. He was like, it's about to be a bunch of people dying because of the
baby boomers. He was like, the baby boomers are dying out.
It's just generational. It's a generational thing. Like there's always gonna be a spike. You know what I'm saying? For each generation, he's like, yo, we got to get prepared for this generation of spike of deaths. And that was the whole pitch to my man. He was like, all right, well, I don't have the resources to keep up with it, so you can buy my stuff and get it going.
So the guy, the Tommy Lee Jones character, he owned 9 funeral homes.
Yeah, and they
this
were
other big shot, he was a mom and pop's funeral homes in Mississippi, but this other big shot guy who owned funeral homes all across the nation wanted to buy some of his from him, and it became this whole legal war, which is why you have to go watch it. But it had my mind split. I'm like, should I get into the death industry? Like
texting Dre right now. I don't have the stomach for that.
It'd be like Apple podcast people coming and just trying to buy out David Shands after you've gotten such imprint, but you're potentially not a threat to them, but you would be a hindrance. So they rather just buy you up.
Yeah.
And not have to deal with the hindrance.
I'm texting the wife for right now.
And that's what that was.
I got to set a date appointment.
For sure.
Which means we got to get the kids to bed.
To bed.
9.
I didn't even put Kobe to sleep. She wouldn't go to sleep. She was right there watching it with me.
Really?
She wouldn't go to sleep.
Oh, that's right with it.
Yeah. So we watched the movie together. She eventually fell asleep.
All right, give me something that you
so
took away.
For me, what took away from me was do everything in your purpose. Like stay within your purpose, your divine plan that you came here for, which Jamie was doing, which Tommy Lee's character was doing. Everybody in the movie was living in their
even
purpose.
Jurnee Smollett's character.
Jurnee Smollett's character. Everybody was doing their purpose-driven thing that they would love doing. And you would imagine that everybody that was doing it was not doing it for money.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, nobody was really doing it for money. Jamie's character was 50-50 at that point because his lifestyle he had created, but he had a jet, he had all the stuff that he had accumulated, but he still was doing it for really grassroots reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like he even took on the case for Tommy Lee because he connected with him on on another level of brotherhood. Like, yo, I like you. You good people, and they end up having a really good friendship. Like,
for years.
Yeah,
and that was his first white client. He said, I I don't do white clients. He said, I don't know if you noticed, but all my clients are black. It's his first white client.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it was a lot, man. And I think that's what it took for me, just to be in your purpose, man. And you can never really be wrong when you in your own, when you living in your purpose. It may be wrong to X, Y, and Z outside of you, but as long as it's right for you.
And to piggyback, I thought, Karan, when they were at the negotiation table, when they were trying to settle, it taught me, like, yo, stand your ground and don't waver on what you believe in.
Yeah, because that was a moment.
That was a moment.
Because I swear, I don't know if I'd have passed that one.
What? So there's this one scene where they're around the table and they're offering a settlement. They're like, you know what? Let's just kill the case. We'll offer you a settlement. He writes down a number on a piece of paper. He folds it. They never show the audience what the number is.
Never show the audience.
He gives it to him. He opens it up. He goes,
nope.
I'm like,
So how do you know you wouldn't take? I mean,
no, because once we saw that reaction, because they did it twice.
they did it twice.
So the second one came, and Jamie's, that's why the acting, his performance is amazing.
So good.
So he looked at it, and he was like, "Whoa, I think you probably gonna take this one." And
So Jamie slides it over to him, and
he
he looks at, he goes,
nope. And then Jamie looked and was like, "Okay then, see y'all in court tomorrow." And they both, because then his character did that moment where he started singing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that
feels good.
Feels
It just
good.
was such a good movie. It was just a nice watch. It was a nice watch, but
Really
yes,
nice watch.
don't waver on what you believe in. And to your point, it wasn't even about money for him. He was like, "This is not about money for me. This is about my children's children." And I'm like, "Yo, that."
When he said no to the second one, she looked at him and was like, "Okay, I'm riding.
I'm riding.
I'm riding
with
I
my
was
husband.
like, "Yeah, that's what you talking about."
I'm riding with my
all those
husband.
little things happening in this little room, in this little scene, and it was a master class. It was a master
It
class
was
in
a
acting, master class in
class.
storytelling, cinematography. I mean, it hit all the check boxes for me. It was definitely a binge watch that you could watch, and you're not gonna pick up the phone checking your Twitter feeds and all that stuff. You're gonna be locked in, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, this is really good," because
From the opening scene.
Yeah, and what was funny was it was a dramedy. Did you see the breakdown? It said drama comedy.
There was comedic moment because Jamie Foxx.
It's called drama. It was
Yeah.
me and Terry was like, I said, this is considered a drama comedy. She's like, that's interesting.
It gives drama comedy.
Yeah, but it played it perfectly. Like, you know what I'm saying? It had the lightness of Jamie's character, which he was all the light.
Yeah.
And then everybody else kind of played straight and off of him.
Yeah. What was the young actor's name who played the young attorney?
The dark skinned kid. He's really good. He's what's his name?
He was subtle.
I watch him and I like his work. I can't remember his name, but he's a good actor. He's in his work. He's been doing he's been putting some good stuff together.
Yeah, he was
So
good.
he's definitely somebody to keep an eye on as far as just the craft and watching his career go, because I can tell he's going to be a great character actor too,
for sure.
because he has those.
And he's got this bone structure and,
Yeah.
and symmetry to his face where it's like, oh yeah, you're who they're looking for, kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a question for you actors, right? So I remember growing up as a kid playing basketball, I was really good at basketball. But then I watch Reggie Miller or Allen Iverson or Jordan. and
You're like,
realize, yeah, that's why they're there.
Yeah.
Both of you are amazing actors.
Thank you.
Thank you.
When you watch a Jamie Foxx, do you see, oh, that's why he's there and that's why I haven't gotten there yet? Or do you watch and say, I have exactly what they have, it's just, it hasn't been time yet?
That part.
That's a great question.
I take that lane. For
You
me.
don't watch the move like, oh, I could have done that spin move. The way he looked like.
No, for me, for me, even if I can go from the sports side of it all the way to the acting side of it, for me, when I watch sports back when I was growing up, you'll see it, like, that's what made me choose football and basketball. I saw Kevin Garnett play up close and personal, and like my senior year, I was like, yeah, nah. Yeah, nah.
I'm not there yet, babe.
And I was like, I got 4 years. I'm about to go to college. I was like, I don't have enough time to get that good. Like, it's not enough time in the days for me to go to college, have a little bit of a lifetime, some time in college. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going there acting like a monk either. So I was like, I just don't have another 10,000 hours.
Right.
To get that good. Like, he's that good at that point. He's 7 feet and he's that good. I'm like, well, you know what, Dad? I'm gonna go that football. I believe I can find the other hours that I can get.
Is that a football over there?
Let me get that. Let me get that off you, player.
Let me work on this a little bit. So even with Jamie and watching great actors, it's like, for me, it's I can get there based on timing, and just really honing your craft, honing your instrument. And I think Jamie is a unique talent because he's basically a triple threat. He can do it all. He can act, he can sing, act, and I can't dance, but sing and act, which is, he's got all of it.
Yeah, Jamie's I just feel like you don't compare yourself to Jamie. That's just Jamie is an anomaly in my eyes. I think Jamie Foxx single-handedly is one of the most talented people on earth.
100%.
But to your question, my mom used to say this to me years ago. She used to say, Ernestine, there's no difference between you and Taraji. You just haven't been discovered yet. And I think where I'm at my work now, I feel that more. Whereas before I didn't. I used to be like, I don't know if I'm there yet, or I don't know. But now I know that I'm ready for the big leagues. I know that I'm amongst the big leagues. I was watching Jurnee Smollett last night, and I was like, that is my casting. Like, I belong in a courthouse. I belong playing a badass prosecuting attorney somewhere on a courtroom series drama. Like, I know that I could get in there. Now, watching Jamie, though, or watching like Viola. I
was going to say that.
Yeah.
My first introduction to her was How to Get Away with Murder.
Yeah, I'm not there.
I've never been seen act, and I've watched movies my whole life, but acting like she get mad. I'm talking about her take the wig off, like she got snot on her.
I'm not.
She's special.
She's different. She's special. But there are the Violas, the Jamies of the world. Who's the one I love? I think he's one of the most versatile actors in the world.
Cheeto.
No. Edward Scissorhands, Alice in Wonderland. Johnny Depp. One of the most versatile actors in the entire world.
Worst teeth on the planet.
How you go from Edward Scissorhands to Alice in Wonderland to Captain Jack Sparrow? So there are those actors that are like, I feel like they're in another realm, and I learn from him. I take from him, like, God, definitely not there yet. But there are actors like, I'm like, okay, I'm in here. I'm in this thing. Yeah. I can get right with you. Get me in the scene with you.
And what I agree that Jamie, and you definitely have your monoliths. You definitely have your Jordans of the game.
Yeah.
No matter where you are, like, even imagining. But I feel like I could be a LeBron for sure. Mm-hmm. In that Jamie Foxx clip, Jamie's Jordan, I'd be LeBron.
Yeah.
Type move. You know
Chris
what I'm saying?
Paul. He's an elite player.
Exactly. Yeah.
Chris Paul is definitely elite.
For
sure.
Not LeBron.
Not LeBron.
But are we saying?
But the only reason why, and this is the only thing I say this about LeBron. Now we getting on a whole nother thing. LeBron physically is just, he is Magic Johnson on physical steroids. Like he's Magic Johnson with a better left hand and athleticism like Jordan. Yeah. At 6'8", 280 pounds. I mean, come on, man. He's cheating, actually, really.
For sure.
Technically, I mean, that's really the biggest knock on LeBron. Really, with all of that, I guess he can't escape it because he has so much that
he's
it's
gifted.
Like,
almost like a Jamie Foxx. You can't
exactly.
in a lifetime work on your ability to sing, be extremely funny, and act. You can't work
and impersonate, and at that level, like Jamie's
Now, I
just
will
different.
say this is the first time that I've seen other work come into his work in this one, though.
What you mean?
I saw a little bit of Ray in him in this one.
I did see Ray. It was one point
and
where
some of his cadence.
Yeah, some of his cadences.
I said, ooh.
I saw it.
I knew you had a limit.
I saw it.
I said it. I was sitting there myself. I see you. You got a limit. I knew it, Jamie. Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying Jamie has no limit, but I did see the process of his work.
I saw Ray in this movie.
I don't know.
And Ray was not this movie.
Did you see? Okay, it was some hand movements that he did, but then there was one scene where he walked out the door, and the way he walked.
The walk and the cadence, he gave it away about 2 scenes.
Yeah, he
did. 2 scenes he creeped in the
Ray.
Ray.
I see you, Ray.
Yeah, 2 scenes he creeped in the Ray. And I was like, And I know how that can happen. When you dial into something so deep like he did with Ray, it never leaves you.
It never leaves you. It never leaves your body. Yeah.
'Cause when I did Ali, it never left me. I was doing another movie in between that because we had to take a break, and I was doing the scene and totally started talking like Ali in the scene.
Yeah.
Didn't even know it myself. The director was like, cut. It was Russ Park directing. He's like, yeah, that was a great Ali.
Yeah. But we're not in
But
that
we're
movie.
not in that movie.
Yeah.
He whispered in my ear. I was like, man, my bad, dog.
Yeah.
And we went back in and we started shooting again. But again, I could see how it happened. But that movie, two
I
scenes,
saw Ray.
I
Yep.
was like,
a couple times. Dave,
I swear to God,
I saw it right with you. I saw it. I said it. I said, oh, that walk, that was Ray
the walk, and that one time he was talking
with his hands.
in his hands, and it was. I said, whoa.
Yeah.
What
yeah.
was that?
Are we going back? Yeah.
Dave, I have a question for you though, because actors and filmmakers, we watch films differently. Why do you watch films? Like, what do you love about watching TV and film?
I don't have nothing else going on. And I sit there and I just like watching it. I'm always looking to learn something, or I don't know. It's just I don't see it like that. I don't know. I'm just entertained. I don't know.
So you watch it for entertainment?
Yes.
Okay. What is the most entertaining aspect to you of watching a project?
You forget you're watching a movie and you're emotionally invested in the characters.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, as we were just watching another episode of Suits the other day.
Oh, this is so
and
good.
Me and my wife both, like, I hate Rachel. She's just so corny. Like, why would you do that? Like, what's up with you? Why?
Yeah, Rachel is
You
out of
hate
control.
Rachel?
is out of control.
And Dottie really, Dre really, really hates Rachel. Oh my gosh. And Donna is
Donna, everybody,
incredible.
I'm in love with Donna.
Jay is in love with Donna too.
Like,
I said,
would
hold
like-
on now, Donna.
Every man that makes any moves in this world needs a Donna. If I had a Donna, I would already be Will Smith.
Best actor on that show, Louis Litt.
Louis Litt, the best actor. No,
Best
he's
actor on
he's the dopest character.
Yeah,
out
yeah.
there. But
he does good character
what's-
work.
No, but the other guy too, the guy that they kicked out,
Who?
the other attorney, the bad attorney that everybody hates, the one that
Harvey?
not Harvey,
Hardman.
Hardman.
Oh, yes. He's good.
Everybody
on that show is good. Everybody on that show is
Everybody on
good.
that show is a beast. And I fell in love with Jessica Parsons, like her character, her as actress. I knew her as an actress, but now I find myself following her Instagram. I'm like, yeah, this is dope. I love her. Now I watch her show. She got her show.
Yeah, you was talking about
Parsons.
spinoff. But all of those people, none of those people were like big actors
Not before.
right?
Nope.
Gina Torres was one of the main name people
Yeah.
going into that series. Like
She had probably the biggest name.
yeah, she had the biggest name.
Gina
Her
Torres?
and
Who's Gina Torres?
Parsons.
Oh, Jessica. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Gina Torres. Her real name is Gina Torres. She used to be married to Lawrence Fishburne.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Back
yeah.
in the day. She's a dope actress. And our boy, my boy Wendell Pierce.
Oh,
They
Wendell.
they were the
Wendell's
two.
so good.
Dog, I saw him on Broadway this year doing The Death of a Salesman.
Death of a Salesman. I heard, and I'm so mad I did not get to see it.
Oh,
Nice watch. It was a nice watch.
it was one of those watches that I'll tell you this now. I was sitting there saying to myself, like, bruh, this would be the ultimate test for an actor. He
Doing Broadway?
was on stage for 3 hours in every scene.
He's in every scene.
Every scene. And he had to carry. It was him. He was carrying every. So I saw him in LA at the NAACP Awards, whatever. That's what it was. And he sat right in front of me, and I said, Wendell. And he said, "Oh man, what's up?" And I said, "Bruh, how did you wake up from your nap to come here? 'Cause I know you've been sleeping since you finished that Broadway run. Because Terry and I came and saw him. I just wanted to tell you, bro, man, that was hands down. I mean, he was like, man, I appreciate that, brother. But it was definitely the lifting. Like, if anybody's ever been on stage and have to do this, you understand how exhausting you get.
And you're live in front of an audience. There's no mistakes. There's no room for mistakes.
No,
there's no second take. There's no.
No, and that's why people don't understand. Like, when I tell actors, I'm like, man, if you want to be an actor, go find you a stage somewhere and do as many plays you can do before you get in front of all of this. Because once you do stage, this becomes very, very minute, very simple. The stage, like EJ said, we up there, and it's like we in there. It's like,
You're
yo,
in there.
and you got to be locked.
If you fumble a line or skip on, oh well, make it part of the scene. If you trip, if you sneeze, if you fall,
None of
make
that.
it part of the
Yeah,
scene.
and this the rehearsal for theater is such a process because it's you got to rehearse like constantly to get that thing perfect to where you can do it nightly, night in and night out, and not have no flubs. Like I saw that when we saw the Sam Jackson one with the piano. It was just, it was great. I think every actor should go watch people on Broadway, and that's one of my goals.
Lit?
Huh?
Plays, are they a thing?
Oh, yeah.
Broadway? Absolutely.
I mean, I know it's always been a thing, Broadway, but is it still
yeah.
Broadway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Death of a Salesman was sold out. I couldn't get tickets. The one piano lesson with Sam, I couldn't get tickets. Sold out. MJ the musical sold out. Yeah.
Maybe I need to go see a play.
You need to go to New
I
York.
used to watch Tyler Perry when they had the little mic on the head and all that.
Not the mic,
I remember
not the mic right here.
It was on the east side watching a Tyler Perry. I think it was Tyler Perry. It was just a good. I remember watching a play. It was years ago though. Had to be 10 years ago.
I mean, I think there's different types of plays. I think they're like the Chicken Circuit plays, and I think then there's like
This was Chicken Circuit.
Broadway shows and off Broadway and like
it's
contemporary theater.
Like
there's
EJ
levels.
said earlier, it's levels. Like,
There's levels.
There it is, levels.
But
to
wait,
all of it.
back to Suits. You know
Yeah.
what I love about Suits too? Outside of the story, the writing and acting is phenomenal. I like the coloring, the blues that they pull out. It's a lot of blue, and then I like how what's the black lady's name? Jessica. It's always like in a red. She has a pop of color. She does red a lot. So it's like it symbolizes she is like the fire.
And she's always fly.
She's always fly.
Everybody's always fly.
Yeah,
She's always
100%.
fly. She has
Harvey's
a
so
pop.
cold.
She has a
Yeah.
pop of color. She's really the only one who really wears color. Everyone's always in mod tones, whites, grays, blues, black. She'll have on like a red or a pink or something. Or it's like, okay, she's just watching as a filmmaker. You can even tell by the wardrobe like who a character is.
Yeah.
So it's like if I'm always in red, then you know, okay, she's the fiery one, she's the spicy one, she's the one who brings the heat. You know what I mean? So I just love that they're very intentional with like the wardrobe, the shots, the coloring.
Yeah.
The
nice watch.
storyline is crazy too.
Did you watch Billions?
I did not watch Billions.
Oh, you would love
Is it
Billions.
crazy?
Because you'll get to see your boy Louis Litt.
Is he in that?
You get to see,
I love Louis
you get to
Litt.
see Hardiman do his thing, which he's a
Really?
killer on Billions. He's Wags. He's Wags. Did
Oh,
you realize that's Wags?
Yeah, that's Wags. Yeah, no, I knew that.
And then when you see who Louis Litt character is on Billions, you be like, yo, that character, he's a dope character.
He's a dope character actor.
Oh my God, he's amazing.
Dave, if you like Suits, you're gonna love Billions.
Oh my God.
You're gonna be glued to the TV.
You're gonna love Billions probably more than you love Suits because
Yeah.
it's all about money.
Impossible. Suits are basic.
I'm trying to tell you.
Let's bet. Let's bet 100.
Suits had me toe up too, man. I swear by Harvey. Like I hit Terry.
yeah.
I hit
Let's
Terry
bet
outside.
100, Dave.
Let's bet 100.
Let's bet
Oh,
100.
Bet lunch. This is bet lunch.
Okay, yeah, we will bet lunch.
Okay, we bet lunch right
I
now.
Like, and is Billions a movie or is it a series?
series.
Okay.
Go back to season 1.
Bobby Axelrod, he's
your-
gonna be hooked.
He's done.
He's done.
Done.
And this is something that I don't have to
You want
wait
to talk
for my
about
wife to-
dialogue? You want to talk about lines? I remember Jessica in Suits hit Harvey one day. He said, "Look like you had an all-nighter." Word. I saw that dress before. He said, "Harvey, you have never seen me wear the same dress twice ever." I said, "Shit, you better tell him then."
Yeah,
Jessica.
yeah, the way she carried, what she wears, the weight, she's so just clean,
Yes.
studious, fly,
Classy, powerful,
Yeah.
authority, like yeah.
Yeah, dog.
And I think that's special, and I think y'all probably got me on the noticing of things. The way they always season in movie quote references all throughout every episode, and it's like one of those little
He's gonna love
things
Billions.
that's an element of a movie
Yes.
that consistently ties together. It could be
a nuance.
Mike Ross and Harvey or Harvey and Louis Litt, but like you'll just they say, oh, what movie is that from or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to look, I'm appreciating the art.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Not just the big picture, but all the little specks.
Little
and
finite
little,
things.
Yeah, little strokes. Like, oh,
And now I'm gonna say this: Billions, just like Suits, that takes a certain level of IQ to really enjoy it.
It's intelligent.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
intelligent
So-
writing.
So
It's on Netflix?
it's on Showtime.
So on Showtime.
But
I think you can watch it on
Prime.
Hulu.
I
get mine
I think you can watch it on Hulu or Prime.
Yeah, but it's all connected now for somehow. You should better find it. Just put in Billions and it'll lead you to it. But just like Suits, you have to have a certain IQ as an audience for it to even resonate with you. Because all those movie quotes, you had to pay attention to movies, right? To really enjoy Suits like you want to, you got to enjoy movies. Billions, same way.
It's Hulu.
You gotta know.
Hulu,
You gotta know quotes. You gotta know movie quote. You gotta know history.
Yeah, I can't
They
even
bring
text
up-
I just want to go to a really nice lunch when Dave calls us and tells us he likes Billions better. I'm trying to get my restaurant
I can't,
ready.
Hey, dog.
Here's the thing. I can't even text my wife about Billions because then it becomes a show that we have to watch together when really
You just want to watch that shit.
I need it, like, if I'm out of town or something like that, I be wanting to watch Suits so bad.
So bad.
But it's a violation of trust.
Me and
Yeah,
Terry
it
did that.
is.
Me and Terry
Or-
did it before. I watched it, then I act like I ain't seen
I've
it.
done that. I was gonna say, or you act like you didn't see it.
That's the move.
That's the
Hey,
move.
dog. Hey, watch it all because me and Terry we watching the Newsroom right now on Apple with Jennifer
Newsroom
Aniston.
is so good. Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, that whole
so
show,
good.
that whole Reese Witherspoon, Jennifer, that's
so good.
another Newsroom.
Another nice watch.
Another nice watch. The Newsroom. We watched episode 5 last night or something like that, 6 or one of those. But it's amazing.
So you watch it ahead of time and then you lie. But you guys, I have a confession to make. Do y'all want to hear? Can I tell y'all a secret?
Let's do it.
I watched another nice watch this week.
What?
It was my first time ever watching this movie in life. My husband wanted to disown me, and you guys are probably going to disown me too, but maybe not Dave because I don't know. It was my first time ever watching Boomerang.
Hey, this show is
Yo,
over.
yo, oh my God.
Cut the feed. Cut the feed. I'm not even doing this show with you. We gotta find a new co-host. I don't understand what just happened. EJ, what?
Unbelievable.
It was my first time watching Boomerang ever in life.
Oh yeah, you tripping, dog. That belly had you
And
toe up.
the valley
That
had
valley
me
had you
toe
toe up.
up from the flow
Hey
up.
man, you was about one more year from bleaching your skin. I'm glad you got up out of there, EJ.
Goodness
I literally
gracious.
never watched it.
Boomerang?
Dave, does this?
And when I tell you it was such a nice watch, I said, where have I been my whole life?
I'm traumatized.
Like that.
I
kinda
know.
look
Shh,
at you a
don't
little
tell
different
everybody.
now.
Shh, keep it on the low.
We
Keep
got
it on the low.
We got to heal. We got to do some healing, EJ. I don't know what's happening.
I know.
That's crazy. How did that one slip?
Boomerang.
I mean, I also just watched Coming to America for the first time like 6 or 7 years ago. I think it's just, I grew up a little different.
I was going to jump off. If you said 6 months ago,
No. Like
I was waiting.
6,
for
7.
Next week, me and Dave on the couch. Hey, Dave,
We got rid of Ernestine.
Wow.
I know. I
Okay,
grew up.
now I'm intrigued in your experience.
Yeah, now
First
we just
of all,
had-
it was an experience. My husband was like, "You never watched Boomerang?" He's like, "No, wait, stop everything. That's what we're watching tonight. We have to watch it. We paid like
I'm calling Jay after this.
I know we had to pay like $3.49 to watch it on Amazon Prime. We watched it, and I'm like, first of all, everybody's in this movie.
Everybody.
Legends. Halle Berry. This is the first time I seen her in a role where like she wasn't like Halle. She was soft.
This
and
was
she
her. This was her coming out.
yes.
Halle.
She was like
This
a
is the
little,
first
like,
time everybody in the
she
world.
was like a young fresh actress,
Yeah,
and I was like, oh my god.
And we was teenage boys in the movie theater, like
First of all,
Yo,
the
what?
beauty. Let's hold on. The beauty. Layla Rashawn and god dang Robin Givens.
Ro-
I said, oh, they
Dog,
was
Robin was
they were the
monster.
ones back. They were the ones.
they were the ones.
You hear me?
Dog.
Robin Givens and Layla Rashawn were the ones.
And little note for the film is that Eddie Murphy used all his own wardrobe.
Oh, he did?
Really?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
that was the first time I learned that actors can
Can
choose
bring their own stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I was a
wow.
little kid. That was a story back in the day.
And
Eddie
then
used his own wardrobe.
oh god, it's Gina. The
Martin,
Let's go with
Tisha
Tisha
Campbell,
Tisha Campbell.
Tisha Campbell,
Tisha
Martin Lawrence,
Campbell, Martin Lawrence, Chris
David,
Rock, the mail.
David Allen Greer,
David
Chris
Allen Greer.
Rock,
But
Isn't that joint?
Chris Rock as the mailman. I said this movie.
Marcus,
Come on.
Marcus.
This movie.
Tell me this ain't so, man.
What?
Come on, Marcus.
And what's crazy
First the
is
fat boys break up, now this.
yes, so good. But what's crazy is, Karan, I've heard a lot of the things in the movie. Like,
Yeah,
I've
but
heard
you've
these things
all
over
these
yes.
references, and you just been lost.
And I've just been lost.
you
this
just
whole
been
time.
in the rooms lost.
I never
but
knew
you
where
was-
these
but you was
references
been
were
smiling
from.
and going, you don't even know what we talking about.
Talk about Marcus. You don't even know where this came from.
Marcus.
Yes, Eartha Kitt.
I don't have any panties
Eartha
on.
Kitt.
Yes, yeah, Eartha Kitt.
How about what he said? Can you make it darker?
Jesus, this movie was so good. And watching this movie in 2023 for the first time, I'm like, yo, this movie's still relevant and good.
no,
and
it's still-
it can compete with anything out right
Anything
now.
If it came out right now, brand new, it'd be a hit, and nobody.
And
for
you know
sure.
what I appreciated? That there were so many comedians in here that knew how to act.
Oh, yeah, you
Because
know
I
everybody.
feel like, and I'm going to say this, I feel like it's a lot of great comedians or funny comedians, and they do movies, but they're not actors.
Right.
Eddie Murphy was acting. Martin Lawrence, actor. Like they were also.
That shit don't never happen to us.
What? He was so.
I'm about to watch it tonight now.
It's like they were
for sure.
acting.
Yo, the scene where, and this is probably the most memorable scene where it's like things change in the movie, where I guess one, he's this player and he's chasing Robin, right?
Yes.
And they finally got together
in New Orleans.
They're done.
She played him
all day.
She leaves him $200.
Yeah.
On the nightstand.
On the nightstand.
And then he
took me out.
And then he did this.
Right.
That was the brilliance of Eddie Murphy, though. That was all Eddie.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
But the way the camera revealed it, though,
Revealed
it
it,
is
yeah.
right on the nightstand. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, she cold. She played
Oh, it was
him.
beautiful. That movie was so amazing.
Owned it.
And she owned that role.
We didn't see a lot of that period in those movies where a woman is that powerful, corporate, like
And
beautiful, right, and is able to tame the dude that you say.
Every woman in
is
there
supposed
was
to be
strong. Like every woman in that movie was not taking the back burner to no man. Like even Hallie, when she found her footing, like yo, love should have brought your ass home last night.
Yes.
Put him in and mushed him in the forehead.
Mushed him.
Come on,
She
man.
mushed him in the forehead. Dog, it hasn't been any mushing of the black man since. Come on, man. Sometimes we need a good mushing.
Oh
And
my
she
God.
mushed him,
She
and all he could do was, and
sit in it.
he sat in it, and you saw his whole. It was beautiful. It was. I mean, dude, I'm watching.
And
tonight.
the relationship between the three men, between Martin and
Brotherhood.
the three was brotherhood.
Brotherhood.
It was one scene that I liked. They were in the gym working out. They were on these like little sled things, and they were just having talk. And I'm like, man, it was just so wholesome. That's brotherhood right
the
there.
pool scene?
Come on,
And
man.
Martin trying to break down racism with
Bruh.
the
Oh,
pool ball,
yes.
which made
The
perfect
white ball.
sense. The white
Yes.
ball dominates all the colors on the
Yes.
board. And then when you win, when you knock the black ball.
It had the nuggets, little hidden nuggets in there.
Oh man, it's just come on.
He kept doing this the whole movie. It was such a nice watch, guys. Where have I been for 36 years?
Welcome to our culture.
I feel I'm welcome.
Did you see Harlem Nights? Okay.
No, you gotta
Okay.
be kidding me.
Okay. Look. Okay.
not
Okay. We
seen
just got. Okay. This is
That
an
whole
emergency-
era of
This is an emergency situation going on here.
No.
I'm about to give you a list of movies watching. The next week we're going our next episode we're going to do the movies of our culture in the 90s that EJ.
Do you want to know what I grew up watching? Like I grew up watching Mary Tyler Moore, I Love Lucy, Taxi, Our Gang, Little Rascals original series. My favorite show is I Love Lucy. Like,
Here's the thing. I did too. I watched all those too.
you're also from Detroit.
You can't even really call yourself an Eddie Murphy fan, or
I don't think
because
she's
this
I
is
wouldn't
the era of
top.
So that
greatness
whole
of it.
era of Eddie Murphy, I'm blind to it.
So you didn't see Harlem Nights?
no Delirious, no Raw.
That's the stand-up stuff. No, absolutely.
I've
Not.
seen one of
caught-
his stand-ups. Whatever he has red on, he had red. That was
was
Delirious? Raw. He had like a red leather
suit.
Yeah,
That was
I saw
Raw.
that
So
one.
you missed the whole Eddie Murphy era.
Yeah,
What about Beverly Hills Cop?
saw that
Okay.
for sure. But I think that was more my era.
That was a little. That was Eddie going white.
going commercial.
Yeah,
Yes,
Beverly
for
Hills
sure.
Cop.
but you got to think about it. I'm born in 1987. I'm from the Valley,
Yeah,
and my people didn't watch.
I see.
I was watching Little Rascals with my
Let's get the
grandmother.
list. Let's get the list going.
Yeah,
we
let's
gotta,
get the
we gotta
list.
see,
Let's
we
get
gotta
we got to
see
get
where-
the
we gotta
list,
see where
man.
she's at.
Let's see where you at. Okay, so Harlem Nights is a no. Didn't see Harlem Nights. Write that down. You need to watch that one next. Belly.
I saw Belly, but I didn't like it. I don't resonate with it.
I wouldn't even put Belly in the mix with unless you saw Love Jones.
Belly did nothing for me.
Blackbusters though. You
Yeah.
know what I
It did
mean?
nothing for me.
Saw Friday.
Saw Friday, loved it. Saw all the Fridays. Poetic Justice,
Poetic Justice.
Brown Sugar,
Brown
Love
Sugar,
Jones,
Love
all that
Basketball,
era.
Love
Yeah,
Jones.
Love and Basketball. But I didn't see I've never seen The Wire.
You never seen The Wire?
No, but I need to. It's on my list.
I don't-
Never seen The Wire.
I never seen The Wire either. What was the one? Was that the corner where Adebisi? Oz.
Oz.
Did you see Oz?
Never saw Oz.
I saw Oz.
That was an incredible
Yeah, I gotta
series.
get. 'Cause
Oz
I
was
watch a
like-
lot of
Oz-
film and television.
Oz was like The Wire.
Oz was right
Oz
before
was
that though.
Oz was before The Wire.
Yeah.
The Wire happened because of Oz.
Yeah, for
I think
sure.
Oz done-
Oh, Oz was first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Oz got the audience prepared for that grittiness of realism on TV.
Got you.
Because Oz was in prison.
Okay.
And you had, again, you go back and you watch it, you like, oh my God, that's that actor, that's that actor, that's that actor. That's where all the dope actors that you knew in the 90s and 2000s got they start on Oz and Wire.
You
like-
know what? Some stuff doesn't attract me too because I just don't resonate with it.
Right.
It's like it's not relatable for me or my upbringing or my, you know what I mean. So some stuff
Right.
I just was like, nah, I didn't resonate with it.
Well, you love Power. How can you resonate with Power? They ain't your upbringing.
I don't necessarily resonate with Power for the stories. I like 50 Cent and I want to work with him. So I'm watching everything 50 does.
Did you? Okay, sidebar on Power. Did you know that the woman who plays on the House of the Canaan, the mom?
Yes.
That's the reason why she's such a beast.
She's a beast.
You know why?
She comes from Broadway.
Oh my God! I just started following her this morning.
Yeah, she's
saw her in the
Broadway
clip doing like a singing thing.
She's a Broadway actress.
And I was like, wait a minute, is that Rocks?
That's
Is
Rock.
that Rocks?
That's Rock.
So I went all through the thing. I was like, oh, well, this is the reason why every time she comes into the scene,
she's a beast.
everybody stops.
She's a beast.
I got a little list real quick.
Okay, give me the list. Give me the list.
You saw Juice, right? Please say yes. Please say yes. This is my last hope.
I feel like I have. I feel like I have,
This
but
is
not
incredible.
not enough where I can remember.
You didn't see
is
it
that
then. You
Tupac?
didn't see it.
Wait,
Yes,
is that
it's
Tupac?
You didn't see it, did?
Wrecking Crew.
I
You didn't
feel
see
like
it.
I
You didn't
did,
see
but
it.
I don't.
Nah, you remember Juice.
All
though.
right.
Okay, no. Okay, I gotta watch this.
Let's continue.
God.
Minister Society.
Yes.
Okay.
Boys in the Hood.
Yes.
Okay.
Crooklyn.
One of my favorites.
Okay.
Okay.
Talk about Crooklyn all the
Obviously
time.
set off. The Color Purple, of course. Poetic
Yes.
Justice.
Yes.
The Wood.
Yes.
All the class acts.
All the Class Acts.
Yeah.
That's a
Class
movie.
act.
With Lauryn Hill, Whoopi Goldberg.
Kid and Play.
Sister Act.
No.
No.
First class act.
Class
No.
act.
Class act was Kid and Play's
Yeah.
when
No.
they went to college.
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. East Bayou.
Of course, I love
Dead
Jurnee
Presidents.
Smollett.
Dead Presidents.
Gotta watch that
Is that a
president.
nice watch?
Lorenz Tate.
What?
Chris Tucker. Chris Tucker had
What?
toured the force.
All right,
Chris
we need to have a movie night.
Chris Tucker gave
Send me the
basically
list,
an
Dave.
Oscar
Yeah, for
performance.
sure.
Okay.
Do the Right Thing.
Is that Spike Lee?
Come on.
do
Spike
that.
Lee.
Wait, which one? Which one is it? Who's in
Do
it?
the Right Thing. Rosie Perez.
Rosie Perez.
Yes.
It's on the block. It's all about the block. It stays
I
on the
don't
block.
know. I don't know.
And it's Radio Raheem.
Wake up.
Love, hate.
He had the
I
ring.
feel like I have, but not like as an adult where I'm registering it. I
Okay.
did like younger
Okay.
years. Yes,
Malcolm X.
of course,
Waiting to Exhale.
of course.
Brown Sugar.
Yes,
Lean on Me.
of course,
Baby Boy.
of course.
Soul Food.
Absolutely,
Jungle Fever.
absolutely.
Jason's Lyric.
Yep.
School Days.
Nope.
Bats.
That makes sense.
Of course.
CB4. You ain't seen
CB4?
Nah, I know you
Never
ain't
heard of
seen
it.
She wouldn't have seen.
Chris,
She
nah, you
wouldn't. She
would've
wouldn't.
seen
She wouldn't have seen.
Never heard
She
of
wouldn't
it.
have seen some of them because some of them came out right around when she was actually a baby.
New Jack City. I mean, I was born in 84.
I never seen New Jack City, but you're also from New Jersey.
You see Purple Rain?
No.
I do want New Jack City.
Jay likes that, but I've never seen it. New Jack City. No.
Okay.
Put that on there.
Here's
that
what I
on there.
think.
Dave's gonna send me the list,
Here's what I think is gonna be a no. I'm hoping it's not.
but
a
I
no.
might surprise you. Shoot.
White Men Can't Jump.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Loving Basketball.
Yes.
The Best Man.
Yes.
Above the Rim.
No. Who's in that?
You're
Tupac.
from the West Coast, right?
Yeah.
Tupac. Dwayne
Some stuff
Martin,
I've seen like
Leon.
like a teenager. I don't remember though.
Right.
It's a little list right here. Fresh.
No. Never heard of it.
What's Love Got to Do with It?
Absolutely.
Paid in Full.
She ain't seen that.
Love Jones.
Yeah,
Yes.
that.
Vampire in Brooklyn.
Nope.
It's Eddie.
It's Eddie. She ain't like Eddie.
I do like Eddie.
South Central.
While drinking juice.
Hey, dog.
South Central.
Fire Brooklyn,
While
dog.
drinking juice.
Hey,
It
he
was
was trying
like,
to
don't be a
like
menace to
40
South
ounce.
Central while drinking juice.
That was the spinoff of South Central.
Oh, I didn't see South Central, but I saw this is a spinoff.
Okay. 5 Heartbeats.
Yep.
Okay.
Ain't nobody saying.
Coolie High.
Eddie Kane.
Cooley High.
Yeah.
I feel like I have, but not that I can remember.
It's
That was before. That was before both of us was born.
I feel like I've seen it.
That was
though.
before both of us was
Yeah,
born.
for sure,
That
for
was
sure.
But maybe not.
75.
Drumline.
Of course.
House Party.
Yep.
All the house parties.
All of them.
Okay. Good.
Even the new one.
So it's like House Party, then I think it's House Party 2, then House Party 3, then Class Act, or was it House Party 2, then Class Act?
I didn't see
I think
Class
it was
Act.
House Party 2, Class Act, and then the 3 was a throwaway.
Gotcha. Yes.
not it was a throwaway.
They probably could have not even did that one.
Yeah, there's
Well, have you
there's a
guys
few.
seen Imitation of Life?
I have.
Yeah, have you seen it, Dave?
Of course not.
You're
Yeah,
not gonna better
'cause
play.
that's one- that's one of my favorite movies.
I'm not culturally required.
My filmography. I'm gonna be tough to beat.
But hold on,
mine.
did you see Imitation of Life, the original, or the remake with Lana Turner in 1956? Because the original is 1934. Did you see
I
that
saw
one?
the 56 one.
Yeah, 1934, the original version in black and white is one of my favorite movies in the world.
Okay.
There's some things that you are culturally required to
Are you though?
You are. You are.
Are we culturally
because-
a monolith though?
Yeah, no, we are because you.
Let's get deep. Are we?
Yeah, kind. Are we though? Yeah, absolutely. Because we could be saying some stuff about some of these movies, and you be missing the whole.
Well,
joke.
did you guys watch Clueless?
Of course.
Yeah.
Saw Clueless.
What's one of my favorites?
I did just because of Stacey Dash at the time.
Oh yeah,
Sure, Stacey Dash was it
I watched
back
that
then.
specifically
Rolling
to look
with
at
the
Stacey
homies.
Dash.
Rolling with the homies.
Did you see Moving?
Never heard of it.
Richard Pryor, Stacey Dash. He played his daughter.
Never heard of it. Did you
Paper
see?
Soldiers. You probably see Paper Soldiers. Listen, I saw that movie one time. This was like young
What is
Kevin
Paper
Hart.
Soldier? Oh, Kevin Hart's movie. No, I
Yeah.
didn't see. I think I've seen clips, but not.
Yeah,
35 and ticking.
No, but I know what it is. He was in that movie.
Yeah, he's got so many lanes. His diversity is crazy.
Well, did you guys see Cool Runnings?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my movie right there.
There you go.
And then the way you said that, it's my movie right there. I was like, I got black friends. Like,
For sure, I got black friends. Just kidding.
Oh my God.
Listen, this was a good week of nice watches. I watched Boomerang for the first time.
Yeah, I mean,
The Burial was amazing. If you have not, get off this podcast right now and go watch The Burial. It is single-handedly one of the most nice watches I have ever seen.
and if you are get off this podcast and you haven't watched Boomerang, go watch Boomerang too. Like I don't even
100%.
understand.
And Juice, apparently, and Paper Soldiers.
Boomerang,
Do you have to see Juice, though?
New Jack City.
Okay, fine.
for you to be in the position that you're in, yeah.
Right.
I'm not on camera, so I'm not required to do as much. You know what I mean? So you can't put it on me. There's
Why-
something that you, the host of this, have to.
Why are you not on camera, though, is my question. If you're going to
The
be...
voice.
He's just
the
a
voice
voice. That's
in
gonna
the
be our.
voice.
That's gonna be our thing. We got an imaginary moderator over here.
Amazing.
Oh, my God, guys. This has been another amazing episode of Nice Watch.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week. Karan, take us out. What you got?
Well, I have chicken grease and chicken noodle soup.
What?
Wow,
I wasn't prepared for the takeout, so I just threw something out there to see if it would stick.
No, but seriously though, movies, like, they transform your mindset, your perspective. Like, and the more you guys watch this podcast, you'll start watching things differently. And it, a story can take you out of your life into a different realm. A story can put you further deep into your life, and you can start understanding more things about you, about your lineage, about your family, just by watching a story that changes everything for you. So make sure that you are tuning in every week to Nice Watch with me, your co-host, Ernestine Morrison.
And your boy, Karan Joseph Riley, in the building.
And the voice, David Shans.
And the voice, David Shans.
And we'll see you back next week.